Hello, Nick.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Just pulling up a little link. All right. I love that we all have the Christmas background. Makes it seem personal. All right. So we get another 15 folks here. Another minute just in case anyone else pops in. But
Sure.
everything good? Your morning starting good?
All good. I'm busy.
Yeah.
Busy for later. That's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, because you guys, it's already Christmas Eve, right?
Not yet. One more day, but it will become in an hour. It will be
Yeah.
24th. Yeah.
So soon. All right. All right. Cool. So I got a couple more people coming in. The talk today is about your superpower. So I'll pull up my beautiful presentation so you guys can see it. So I think we've talked about how to build your fractional portfolio, how to build network and use networking to dramatically increase the number of projects that you're getting in front of. But the big secret is making sure that you're focusing on doing the things that you're actually the best at doing. So can you guys see this? It looks like it's loading a little small for me, but hopefully it's showing up okay for you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I think here, let me see if I can frame this a little differently. Does that look any better? Not quite. My screen is too small, unfortunately. So for superpowers, I think there's a lot of jobs to be had in social media. There's a lot of like admin jobs, like bookkeeping and customer service. Like there's a lot of people that are hired for these roles, but they're not necessarily the best places for you to go and work and make the most money. So make this make sense for you. Just because a lot of other people are doing it doesn't mean it's a guaranteed success engine for you. In reality, the core value that people are going to hire you for and pay you a multiple for and stick with you for is when they find something like really, really unique and super special that you're good at doing. Really quick, I'm getting some audio notifications. Can you guys hear this okay? Or is it going okay? Good. I'm getting thumbs up. So again, it's not so much about like what can you do that everyone else is already doing. It's about what do you do amazingly well so people can keep like using you or working with you to do those things. So I'll give you a couple live examples from some people I know. So I know Christine really well. Christine is really, really good at making sure that everything moves along the right way. So like one of my fatalities is that there's so many things happening all at the same time. I'll focus on 2 or 3 of those things and the other 10 will kind of get left or get stuck. And Christine, no matter what it is or what roadblock it runs into, she finds a way to make sure that everything is kind of always moving and nothing's ever missed. So even though that's not like a role, like that's not social media marketing or analytics or bookkeeping or like customer service, that's a skill. Like she's really good at making sure that a lot of things are moving across a broad group of people. That's a really valuable skill set. So whenever I have something really big and important to work out, I make sure that I ask Christine for help there. So that's a superpower. That's some of the things that we're talking about here. I'll give you another one. So Jem is really good at building things. So I get these ideas that this thing could happen and it could work, but generally, like in the example earlier, if I have to put the whole thing together by myself, I focus on 2 or 3 things and I get those two or three things off the ground, but it's incomplete. It's like a car with 3 wheels instead of 4. Jem is really good at like taking kind of the bones of what I have and turning it into something real. And she does it really, really fast. Like, it comes from me as an idea, and in like half an hour, she's my boss telling me what we need to do to make sure that this thing turns into something. That's a superpower. So again, it's not a generalized thing. It's not like Jem could go put "I am this thing" on her LinkedIn profile, and people would hire her for that. But like Jem, anyone who's aware that she's good at doing this thing is going to hang on to her forever for that thing because it's so useful and so powerful. Now the key theme for this call and for you guys is every single one of you has a superpower. I believe this in my heart. Like it doesn't matter if you've never been paid for your superpower before, you have one. And the way to find it is to think about the things, so easy money rule we have here on the end here. Like what things are really, really easy for you to do. So don't think about tasks like it's really easy for me to make Canva. Think about like what things come naturally. So if you've ever had to learn something before and it just came really, really easy to you, that's an indication that you're kind of close to your superpower. So let's make this a little interactive to the group and across the group. Anyone want to share like what things come to mind that are really easy for you, that have always been kind of easy for you? Anybody? Sleeping is also a skill. If sleeping comes easy to you and you're sleeping right now, that's truly a gift.
I
And you
had
can
a
share
good,
it.
I had a good chat with Kimberly. Kimberly, I think I told you earlier that you can also share it here.
You can do it on chat, guys.
Yeah, if you don't want to speak. Everybody's sleeping. All right. So what comes really easy for me, I'll share mine. When someone has a problem and they're like, I can't figure out how to do this, if they tell me like what they have or what they're building, it's very easy for me to see how the pieces need to fit together to actually solve that thing. So again, this creates a very unique situation for me because it's very easy for me to solve problems, but it's also very easy for me based on the way that I work to create a lot of problems because I can't manage the whole thing. Um, and the magic of working with other people, you know, the magic of getting to work with you guys, for all of these clients that are going to be hiring you, is that your superpowers eliminate the need for them to learn how to do those superpowers, and that's where your multiple comes from. So let me bring this back to my my little funky presentation so you guys can see this thing. So think about like what comes really easy for you, because if it comes easy, you can do it really well over and over and over and over again, and you can do it really well for a lot of people. So that alone, like if you're working in a zone of things that are easy for you, that'll make you 2 to 3 times as much money per hour worked than anything else. So even if someone wants to hire a social media marketer who knows Canva and you don't know Canva, it's like inverse ratio. You have to go figure out Canva. It's not in your zone of expertise. So even if the job is there, the amount of time and energy you have to put in to get paid to do that work is massive compared to doing something that's really easy for you. Number two, so once you understand that zone of expertise or that zone of easiness, like who does it help, right? So I gave you the examples of Jem and Christine. Like their skill sets are really, really good for entrepreneurs, like people who are building something new. And what's beautiful about what they do is we're entering an age where there's going to be millions of people building stuff because they're AIs that can get a lot of things started. So their skill sets, along with like dozens of others, are going to be super valuable to thousands and thousands and thousands of people who either don't have time to do these things or don't have the skill set to do these things on their own. And that's really why we're leaning into Rocket now, because all of these niche superpowers that you guys have that you might not even be aware of are going to be critically valuable in the next month or two, because there's going to be so many people building businesses that are like 1 or 2 people that need someone for every little thing, that it doesn't matter if the role is standardized or not. What matters is that you have the superpower, you understand what it is, and you can make sure that you find the people who need it. That's the middle piece of this. And the last piece is monetizing it, which we talked about a little bit on the last call, about like how to put a scope together, what a scope looks like, how you can charge for the scope. But this is more like once you understand how to bill and charge, once you understand how to network from the first call, you know, meeting 5 new people every week, these opportunities are going to start surfacing for you. And the reason that first one, so I'll reiterate again, meeting at least 5 new people every single week guarantees that after 6 weeks, you'll get 1 new client a month minimum. You'll be able to direct those networking calls towards your superpower. So like once you have those, it doesn't really matter who you're talking to. You'll have so much volume of conversation that opportunities will start presenting themselves to you. As you start to dial in on this, your superpower, and focus on the things that are really easy for you, the combination of meeting 5 new people a week and knowing what your superpower is will start to aim your networking at the people who can help you and the people who can really like benefit from your superpower. So the combination of those three, so meeting 5 new people a week, really knowing how to dial in a scope so you can price for your work, and understanding your zone of expertise, creates a magical combination where massive amounts of opportunities are in front of you all the time. You know exactly how to price for it because you have your scope and you understand the value that you're charging for. And it's easy for you. It's in your zone of expertise because of this talk. And it's something easy for you to execute and do. So that combination, if you're doing all those three together, that's like 5 or 6x the return that you can get paid on things because you do it really fast. You find a lot of them and you understand how to price for it. Those are the keys to like a really, really bountiful fractional expert career. And we'll repeat this. So on future meetings, we'll repeat these things to make sure it's super, super valuable for you guys and kind of drill it in so it's easy for you to apply. But this is kind of the third pillar of ingredients. Like once you know how to find people and you know how to price, it's just making sure you find and price for the right things. And this is what I lean into. Once you understand something that just clicks and it's easy for you, that's a signal, you know, from the universe or God, whatever you want to call it, that this is what you're really good at and this is what you were kind of born to do. So then it's just about leaning into the people who need that thing, and you'll have all the work you want, all the money you want for it. All right. And again, if your superpower is sleeping, there are a lot of companies that do sleep studies. It takes them a week or two to send you stuff to study your sleep, and it's also kind of creepy that people know how your sleeping works. But that's a superpower too. All right. Well, because this is Christmas week, anyone have exciting Christmas things coming ahead, or do you want to do a little New Year's resolution type thing before we sign off?
More on family gathering, I guess. For
Yeah,
us. Family
that's the
gathering
way.
and games for the
That's
kids.
that's the way. What's your favorite game?
Uh what do you call that? Agon pair. They what do you call this? Money, ang tawag dun dyan? How do you how do you call that in English?
Which game is it?
Agawan pera.
Uh, the one who's going to get most of the money.
Yeah.
So, for example, for the coins, we have this tradition that we throw all of tons of coins around the area or around the house, and kids grabbing the coins, keeping the
Mhm.
most money wins, literally.
That's super nice.
Oh, that's good, Barry. Prime rib. That's nice.
Yeah, expensive,
Yeah.
but super fun. All right.
What
Well,
about the
Well,
Sandy,
others?
well,
Yeah.
most of the Filipino families are just spending time together, having, Noche Buena on the 24th in evening, and then um, there's this like tradition also that we are playing different games for with the whole family. So that's also one way that Filipinos um, do whenever it's Christmas or New Year.
mhm. It's wonderful. Having bonding with family. Family is the most important thing. I think that's the mission, my personal mission for the next year, I think. If we could help more people make it into this way of working, people can be with their family more. Because work and purpose are really important, but being with your family is the most important thing. Um, and I think we over prioritize work and glorify it more than it needs to be. So hopefully, as Rocket gets bigger, and you guys can help spread the word here, we can teach a lot of people how to do this, and then plug you right into the companies that need the help because they're looking. So you guys have the skills. We just got to help you find them, and then we can introduce you to tons of people who need them.
Nick,
Thank you.
there's one earlier that Kim shared. Maybe she's a little bit shy sharing here. So, she's asking, she's a sales associate with also a
Mhm.
background in data analyst and email marketing. So,
Mhm.
what sort of like, niche or, her path, in
Yeah,
VA?
yeah. Well, so it's not. So we have to kill two terms. So VA, we have to kill, and freelance we have to kill, because you guys are fractional experts now. Um, like freelance is kind of like a dabbling thing, and I do a little bit here and there. And VA is a very like supportive assistant thing. So if you're doing anything under either label, it's going to be low value. Like it's not taken as serious, it's taken as auxiliary. And in reality, your superpower is critical to somebody. That's a real thing. And the things you were just listing, Jim, those are critical skills. Sales is critical, customer service is critical, analytics is critical. Like all of those are very valuable. That's like a general business person. Um, so I mean, it depends on the nature, right? So if she's really good working with a specific type of customer, so say she's worked in real estate, so she really knows real estate, knows real estate products. Um, then her superpower would be working with a generalist who's trying to start a business in the real estate space so she can help with what she knows. Um, but maybe she has a superpower like yours a little bit, where it doesn't matter so much what the industry is. She's good at figuring things out. She works with people really well. And then, she can kind of work all the way up the spectrum. It doesn't matter the industry, as long as she's with an early company that's growing and they need a superhuman like you, like that's where she plugs in. I think it's funny, in the VA and the BPO spaces, like customer service and sales, there's like a million people who have those skills and it's currently very devalued. But the bigger AI gets, the more valuable that experience gets. People are going to pay a lot more money for folks who know how to talk to humans because it's going to become like a premium experience. Dealing with a real human being is going to be like a upsell or a luxury thing. So if you have any of that or lucky enough to have any of that, it's super valuable. Yeah, so fractional expert. That's the term we're trying to use. So you are a fractional copywriter. And what fractional means is that like you spend a piece of your time on a bunch of different companies. I'll write this up for you. Piece of time on a bunch of different companies. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do here. So like the scope helps make sure that you get the full value for what you're contributing, but it also allows you to sell the same scope to multiple companies at the same time. So each company is paying for a fraction of you. So this way you're framing it more as a career than as like a lifestyle, right? So you're a fractional copywriter. And you could say, yeah, I'm a fractional copywriter. I have 2 or 3 clients that I'm working on now. I have some bandwidth to help you. It's a much more serious positioning than saying I'm a freelancer, or like I'm a freelance copywriter sounds more like I do it when I feel like it. It doesn't sound as valuable. Yeah. As a copywriter, it means a lot that you like it because you know how powerful words can be. All right. Well, thank you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy to have you on Tuesday before the big holiday.
Yep.
We'll keep this going. We'll do one next week too, even if it's really small. But look forward to seeing you next year otherwise.
Yeah. Just before we end, Nick, just would like to announce, so every weekly calls, we will be announcing the opening positions that we have got from our clients. So as mentioned from last week, we have got the email marketer, 3 to 4 years of experience in e-commerce. And just feel free to shoot me an email. I'll share it again here over the chat and also in Discord. We also have got the recruitment for US market, as long as you know how to use GHL and Apollo. I'll get back to you if it is a part-time or full-time position, but that's going to be an hourly rate. That's definitely for sure. And then I think Chris has got an announcement for the upcoming promo. Chris?
Yeah, but currently we have this promo running up until the 25th of December. You can follow our page. We have a lot of socials that you can look at. We can send it in Discord, the links. And on the 26th up to the 30th, we have a challenge. This is open for everyone, and whoever win the challenge will get like a certificate coming from Rocket that they can use as a leverage inside Quill. So, like follow us, check our announcement and the instruction or criteria on how to join.
There we go. Thank you very much, guys, and we wish you a happy holidays, Merry Christmas to your family and to your loved ones. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Chris, and thanks everyone.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
It was nice meeting
Thank
you.
you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.